Hi, Pete and Grata here from the Purple House in northwest Tasmania. Thanks for joining us again. And Eilene came to me for a full health analysis after being diagnosed with fatty liver. And she was a bit scared because her mother had actually died from the consequences of fatty liver, and she thought it was hereditary. But we can quite easily reverse the initial stages of fatty liver. 1 in 5 people actually suffer with non-alcoholic fatty liver.
Disease,
and that's the statistics in Australia and America, and it's prevalent in a broad range of ages. Even teenagers can develop fatty liver, and it's often due to all the high sugar drinks, fruit juices. There's all the processed foods have lots of sugar and corn syrup added to make us eat them, and the liver stores one of its primary function is to turn that excess sugar into fat. And when it gets to 5% of fat stored in the liver, that's classified fatty liver. Mm-hmm. I personally tell people any fat stored in the liver, in my
your opinion
is fatty liver, because this day and age we don't have to store fat for the oncoming winter that when food used to disappear. It hasn't disappeared for a while, so we don't have to store.
Yeah, but our physiology doesn't know that yet.
No, our bodies still think winter's coming in, and it'll store at any opportunity. Any teaspoon of sugar above 1 teaspoon 4 times a day, it'll store as stored fat, and one of the first places it's stored in is in our liver.
Around the waist, like
yeah.
So just to get back to what was your client's name?
Eilene.
Right. So she thought it was hereditary because her mom had died from it. So she was very, very scared by the time she came to Peter, because she heard so many conflicting stories about fatty liver, because obviously it's not always caused by alcohol, right? In her case it wasn't, in her mom's case it wasn't. And non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is now number 1 the liver disease in America, and it would be the same in Australia. So first Peter reassured her that it's not hereditary, so that meant that she was totally able to turn that around. So Pete, how did she end up? Oh, I can't hear you. Okay. Hopefully this is can everyone else hear us or not? Anyway, we'll just have to keep going, and if it's not good, we'll do it again. So Pete, what happened to your client then? So she, and you had another client, Helen, she had similar issues.
She had raised bilirubin levels, and her enzyme levels were elevated upon blood test.
And just tell us what raised bilirubin levels are for people who
bilirubin is the waste product of cell membrane cells breaking down, particularly red cells, and they'll when they die and break down, they produce bilirubin that normally goes into the liver, and the liver converts it to
waste product,
bile that
ends up in the toilet.
The liver can get rid of via the bowel.
Yeah.
And both these ladies, I recommended they reduce their carbohydrate, high starch carbohydrate and sugar intake.
And bad oils,
and bad oils, and start getting most of their energy out of fats, and get their bile flow going by supplementing with beet flow to open the bile ducts. There's taurine and nitric oxide within the beet flow that dilates the bile ducts so the bile can flow. And then it was only one and a half to 2 months later, Helen came back to me and her bilirubin levels had dropped to normal.
Which is amazing, really. Huh?
Because her liver was then getting rid of the bile properly. And
with Eilene, it took a little bit longer, but she still recovered and is like super healthy now, right? So I'll just...
They both have kept...
Because it takes your body...
kept on having the beet flow. They still do it. I personally take beet flow at least twice a day to keep my bile flowing.
And you feel the difference when you don't do it.
Yeah.
Like occasionally, since COVID, we have transport problems and we run out of beet flow, you know, we have a waiting list for people and then we don't take it ourselves, but we've taken it now since the year 2009, which is already 15 years, and we can tell a difference in our body. Because the thing today is everyone needs support with the digestive system because of all the toxins, you know, that are around us and they get into our body. It's just completely unavoidable. Even when you have a good clean diet. So the main culprits though for fatty liver disorder are corn syrup or fructose and all the bad oils, and basically these are found inside the central aisles of the supermarket. And definitely don't buy fruit juice or because that straight away converts into like fat in the liver, right? So don't buy fruit juices for your children thinking that they're going to get vitamins and stuff from it, because they're not. It's extremely harmful. In fact, Peter and I these days avoid fruit altogether, right? Even when the trees are loaded, which seems a real crime that we don't eat it, but we want to look after our livers. So here are some things. The thing about fatty liver is that it's like, what's the word? Often you don't have symptoms till it's already really set in, like you have the fatty liver issues. So some of the symptoms though can be like insulin resistance, metabolic disease, fatigue, loss of appetite, I'll just read it, nausea, discomfort in your upper right abdomen, like under your rib cage, abdominal swelling, enlarged blood vessels, enlarged spleen, red palms, so the palms of your hand get red and itchy. Well, if it's really bad, yellowing of your skin and eyes. Also like brain fog, mental confusion, your memory goes backwards, high blood sugar, high levels of inflammation right around your body, right? So
plus often the digestion doesn't work properly. You'll get bloating with a lot of wind and also insidiously your hormones, you know, they're all over the place, especially with women. So, I mean, it's all in the article, so also what your liver does. Now, the good news is that naturally speaking, we already have a completely new liver every 6 to 8 weeks, which is amazing, yay! Like, so we don't have to engineer a new liver for ourselves, like our body does it ourselves. It's always changing our liver cells over, to the point, the energy of the liver is so amazing that when people need a liver transplant, they really only need a third of a liver, or it might even be less. Maybe it's a quarter of a liver and it will just grow into a new liver. That's how amazing and powerful your liver is, because the body knows we can't live without it, right? It has so many functions in the body. It has like 500 functions or more that we know of. It's probably why it was called a liver.
Yeah, because it helps you to live, to keep you alive. Yeah. So we feel so passionate about the liver. By the way, here's another thing. The liver is 80% lymphatic tissues, right? And so when you get swelling in your body or you get all puffy, that means your lymphatic system isn't draining itself properly. You have to support your liver for that as well. So lots of women come to us, or they come, and they have like puffy ankles, or like the skin is, what's the word, cellulitis or something in your legs and stuff like that. You also have to support your liver to reduce that. And so the Ultimate Vitality Boost also has enzymes in it that support the breakdown of all the waste products in your body, and that helps your liver again as well. So it's all about how can I support my body daily, like for the price of a cup of coffee, really, and maximize all the benefits of having a healthy liver. So Peter already said children as young as 10 to 12 now have fatty liver syndrome, maybe even younger now, because everyone is using toxic oil. So I just want to say that, because Peter and I do a lot of research, we watch a lot of documentaries, and sometimes you see people living in pristine conditions, you know, primitive conditions, maybe way back in nature, away from civilization. They grow their own vegetables and meat and all the rest. And then when it comes to cooking time, you see them go into the pantry and they bring out this massive big 10-liter container of vegetable oil that they've obviously bought somewhere, right, in their closest supermarket. And they fry everything in this disgusting toxic material that's super bad for your body, and it clogs up your cells. They say it takes 2 years for your cells to get rid of 1 meal of toxic oils, and everyone eats it every single day. That's why everyone around the world is getting sick. So all the toxic oils are the ones in the supermarket shelf that you see in those yellow oils in plastic bottles. Basically, just avoid them and go back to butter, ghee, coconut oil, or meat fats. Right.
The liver also likes a lot of choline, which is an amino acid prevalent in eggs. So and particularly egg yolk, and there's a lot in liver. So
if you really want
lamb's frying eggs is
super healthy for your body. I mean, you know, it might be an acquired taste, but we're just pointing in the right direction. So also, of course, drinking water, because sometimes when we test people's liver function and all the rest, it shows up really bad because they're dehydrated, and they simply have to just, and by the way, everyone is dehydrated. We barely come across a client these days who is well hydrated. So being dehydrated also puts up your bilirubin levels and everything else. And so we've been talking about how you can drink healthy water as well. There's also beach flow flush. So this is a liver and gallbladder flush that's very simple to do. Do you want to share how that works, Peter?
Well, quite often when you start increasing good fats in your diet and you're not producing enough bile from the liver, you can feel a bit nauseous and
which is a healthy sign, actually.
Because you're not digesting the fats well. So what you can do is you can take 2 beef flow every half hour for about 2 or 3 hours, and that
in the middle of the day.
That kind of gives the liver a bit of a kick and opens up the bile ducts to get that bile flow really going. So you get the fats being digested, so the nausea will ease.
And we need our fats because they contain vitamin A, E, D, C, and K, and we hear a lot about vitamin D deficiency, but actually what you really need is for your body to digest healthy fats, right? Yeah. And Peter and I, we don't promote vitamin D supplements because we see how that wrecks your body, by the way. And we can talk about that another time. The
liver actually filters your whole blood supply, 4 to 5 litres of blood every 3 minutes.
Which is amazing,
And it produces about 750 ml of bile every day.
Yeah, so, which is like the equivalent to 3 glasses.
Yeah, if it can't get rid of that via the bowel, then that keeps on circulating around our body and
gets recycled.
And then our skin tries to get rid of it, so we get skin problems and digestive issues, and there's a whole range of different things that happen if your liver isn't working properly, if you're clogging it up with stored fat.
Yeah, so hopefully this makes sense to you. Please contact us if you need more information. There's a lot of free information on our website, on the Purple House, lots of free ebooks. So please go ahead and download the ebooks about iodine, how important that is for your liver, the ultimate vitality boost, your hormones, are they out of whack, I've got lots of free ebooks, lots of videos and information that will really teach you something. If you're a parent with children, chances are your children already have fatty liver disease as well.
Yeah, I've had 4 and 5 year olds show the urine tests that I do have liver stress as bad as any adult.
I know, so that's super scary. Or if you're a grandparent, so please do some more research and be here to help you if you find that, okay, I don't understand this, I don't know what's going on, we can help you. So just reach out to us via email is probably the best thing, or call in. We're open Mondays till Thursdays, and also our receptionist is here to help you. And of course the online shop is always open. So this is just taking the lid off fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which, as we said earlier, it's so prevalent now, 1 in 5 people has it. So it's super important that you become aware of how this could be affecting your life as well. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and have a really great week. And we hope to be back again next Monday. Bye everyone, thanks for tuning in.